On our Wavesplus segment today, we're going to be letting you in on our chit-chat with a writer, singer, actor, journalist, editor, and a vibrant Nigerian youth with an unquenchable thirst for success and adventure. We're talking about none other than Tofarati Ige. Tofarati Ige is the lifestyle editor of the Punch newspapers, the most widely read newspaper in Nigeria. Tofarati, as a literary genius and media practitioner, has produced a number of works that centered on intellectual entertainment and stimulation, with African tradition and culture as a template. He has published 2 books titled Town Crier and Oriki, Praise Poetry. During the course of his journalism sojourn, he has interviewed Nigerian leading entertainers and eminent personalities like Two-Face Idibia, P-Square, Pete Edochie, Patience Ozokwo, Jide Kosoko, Chimamanda Adichie, Olamide, and the list goes on. Tofarati says he doesn't think outside the box, he thinks like there is no box.
My name is Tofarati Ige. I'm the lifestyle editor of Punch newspaper. I'm also an author. I've written 2 books, Oriki, Praise Poetry, and Town Crier. I'm also the chief executive entertainer of Grand Tycoon Entertainment, where we offer services of DJs, dancers, actors, comedians, party planners, event managers. Everything when it comes to entertainment, we've got it covered. Yeah, it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey of ups and downs, different highs and different lows. But with dedication, focus, consistency, we've been able to pull through. We've had some wins over the years, and we've had some lows. But I think it's been a pretty rewarding journey, pretty interesting one. For my elementary education, primary school, I attended Niger Pre-Age International Home School. That's at Ipaja, Lagos. Then for secondary school, I went to Lagos State Civil Service Model College. That's in Igbogbo, Ikorodu. Then I went on to Olabisi Onabanjo University, where I got a degree in applied zoology, that's in biological sciences. Then I also have a PGD, that's a postgraduate diploma in journalism from the Nigeria Institute of Journalism, yeah. I've always wanted to write, I've always loved to write, so I started writing books and all. So when I looked at it and I felt, okay, what else can what I love to do most is to write. Okay, I love to write, and so I just felt, okay, what can I do? What profession can I do that would make me write and get paid for it? And I figured that, okay, after writing some books, and I figured, it's not every day that I can write books, but I can write for newspapers every day. So I decided to, okay, let me seek a career in journalism. Then I went for my PGD, and that's how I found myself here. I wrote 2 books, Town Crier and Oriki. They are books of poetry. I started writing novels, but I realized that, in Nigeria we don't have a very vibrant reading culture. A lot of people don't like to read. So when you write a novel that has, like, for example, if you write a novel that has 300 pages, for you to enjoy a novel, you must read it from the beginning to the end to enjoy it, to know that, okay, this is what ended the novel. So I felt not everybody has that patience to read that long. So I said, okay, why not do a book of poetry? A book of poetry where you have different poems on different pages. For example, if someone reads just a page of a poem, they understand it already. They don't even necessarily have to read to the end. So, and also when if you need to send messages of love, you need to send messages to inspire your friends, your loved ones, those poems can give you ideas. So I decided to write that in a way to have a wider reach, so that as much people as possible can enjoy those poems, and I make sure that they are poems that people can easily relate to. It's a brand of poetry called pop poetry. So it's not like the kind of poetry that you read that you need to, rack your brain to find out, what does this mean, or try to figure it out. I believe that poetry is just like when you go to watch a movie. When you watch a movie, you don't need to stress your head. You watch a movie, you enjoy it. That's the same way you should be able to read a book or listen to music and enjoy yourself. Read a book and enjoy it. So that's the motivation behind that. I've interviewed quite a couple of people in the entertainment industry, so that I'd say that that I enjoyed interviewing them. I think I've enjoyed interviewing Funke Akindele. I've enjoyed interviewing Olamide. I enjoyed interviewing Odunlade Adekola. I enjoy interviewing Denrele. Denrele is someone that when you interview him all the time, he has this very funny and personality to it. I've enjoyed interviewing Jide Kosoko, Ogabelo, a couple of actresses, Bukumi Oluwashino, Mercy Johnson and the likes. So there's been a lot of them. What do people do possibly? I like to, shall I say, keep to myself a whole lot. I could be, because of my job, I could be an extrovert, go out to shows and all that, but if I want to have fun, if I really want to relax, I'd actually prefer just staying indoors, watching the movie than actually going out. My biggest fear is not being able to function properly. When I mean function properly, not being able to take care of myself and my family. That's my biggest fear. Not having resources, not having a means of income. Yeah, it might not necessarily have to be working for someone, but I mean not having money to take care of my needs and that of my family. That's my greatest fear, I think. I've had a couple of them, but some of them would be, I recall days when I'd go for events. All-night events. I'd have to sleep. Sometimes I'd sleep on a chair, on a bench, or sleep, sometimes we'd go to a hotel, I'd sleep by the poolside. There were times that I'd go for events and my car would break down in the middle of the night, stuff like that. So it's been crazy. And also instances whereby I've interviewed celebrities and they got annoyed with some of the questions that I asked them, and so some of those things are things that I can remember and say, okay, these are highlights of that I wouldn't forget. My strongest motivation is to give the best of myself. I believe that everybody has one thing or the other that they are supposed to do, that they can do. So mine is to I think I found what I know how to do best, which is in the area of entertainment, and I just want to make sure that I give my best. I always want to give my best. What would I never be caught doing? I think I would never be caught doing things to please the world and displease myself. I don't know if that makes any sense. In the sense that I wouldn't want to live my life based on what people think I should do. I would always want to live my best life based on what I feel is good for myself and what I know is right, not based on how people think it should be. Yeah. I met my wife at NYSC camp. We actually served together in Delta State. So after I only did my 3 weeks orientation in camp in Delta State, because I was already working as an editor of a magazine in Lagos when I was having my camp. So I just did the camp 3 weeks and I relocated to Lagos. But we kept in touch. We kept in touch over the years, and we started off as friends, and here we are today, husband and wife. Fake news is one of the greatest threats to journalism as we know it right now, because with the advent of the internet and social media, practically everybody is a journalist these days. No proper training and all that. So I don't think you can overcome fake news. I don't think you can eradicate fake news. Even in the most developed countries in the world, they still have to deal with it. But I believe that for everything that you don't want, you have to create an alternative. Give people real news. You can't tell people don't listen to fake news. No. If you don't want them to listen to fake news, give them real news. That's just it. Give them information, because when there's a vacuum, people need to be informed, whether you like it or not. People need to know what's happening. If there's a noise outside there, people need to know that, oh, maybe somebody was not allowed to. But if you don't say that, if you don't come out and say, for example, if there's a mess like that here and the management of this place doesn't come out to tell people that, oh, someone had to park in our, but we didn't allow them, and they don't say that, somebody else can come and say, it was Boko Haram that came here, or it was terrorists that came here. They can say whatever they like. So far, there is no true information out there. So in a nutshell, to combat fake news, there has to be more real, authentic news.